Cowboys executive vice president Stephen Jones went on the radio to talk about the team's roster after 4 games and sounded optimistic about Dallas being at full strength soon. Jones said, quote, "We've got some guys who will be working back in. We all know it's a long season. You certainly need the numbers in this league." On offense, the team anticipates Lyle Collins and Michael Gallup coming back soon, while the defense has a whole list of contributors. DeMarcus Lawrence, Neville Gallimore, Donovan Wilson, Carlos Watkins, Keanu Neal, Dorrance Armstrong, and rookie Kelvin Joseph. How about that list, Shannon? That's a lot of guys. Is this a big deal or no big deal?
A lot of names. I mean, no, not a big deal. So, hold on. I noticed, Jenny, you ain't mentioned Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Or Jalen Ramsey. Or Devin White. Because it seems to me that Pro Football Focus loves D-Law more than his peers. Because he hadn't been top 100 player in a very long time. What about Keanu Neal? Has he been an All-Pro or Pro Bowl player? So what Pro Bowl player, All-Pro player, top 100 player are you getting back, Skip? You go ahead. You want to chime in? You want to help me?
Lyle Collins.
Okay.
He's a big one.
Gotcha.
You got one?
Yeah.
But you just told me yesterday that he might not even get his job back because Terrence Steele playing so well.
That's how deep we are. That's how much trouble you're in.
If you look at Cedric Wilson, I told you Cedric Wilson is just as good, if not better, than Michael Gallup.
In that role, he's
Yes.
a classic slot receiver.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did he not put a move on that safety for that touchdown?
Skip, anytime he's a returner. So you know he has that kind of ability.
Yep.
So for me, Skip, look, Gallimore, has he not underachieved?
Underachieved?
Yep.
Neville Gallimore?
Yep.
He's disrupted.
What he disrupted?
Huh?
What he disrupted? How
about the middle of the line of scrimmage? I told you when he was at the University of Oklahoma, he can play.
But he ain't at the University of Oklahoma.
Yeah, well,
he had the University of Dallas Cowboys.
He's coming back. And how about Osa, man? Is he not disrupting? He looks like a smaller version of Neville Gallimore.
Oh, really?
We're loaded.
You know what?
Loaded.
You know what? I'm going to buy me a special TV for the Cowboys. That show, because I guess you watching the 70 Cowboys and the 90s Cowboys because you got a very false perception of what you're seeing on television, Skip. It's not a big deal. The Cowboys right now, they got a little stretch here where they get some teams that are not at the top of the food chain, and everybody goes, oh, they're doing this. But slow down. Your day going to come. It's going to come to an end. You know what? Keep talking, and I might pick Dan and Dimes on Sunday.
Really?
Keep talking.
Put a little dew on it?
Yeah, you might. You keep on bogging me, poking me over here.
I'm poking.
I might take Saquon.
I'm going to poke the bear for the next 5 straight minutes because Stephen Jones is exactly right. And I got my pom-poms on over here.
You do?
But Troy Aikman's got his pom-poms on, and Drew Pearson's got his on, and the great Jimmy Johnson on Sunday. He got his on because he said this team is so deep that it's going to be fresh and strong come playoff time. The goal is not just to win the East, it's to advance through the playoffs with a deep
Settle for that.
Okay, so is DeMarcus Lawrence a former Pro Bowler? Yes.
Yeah, former.
Will he be back?
Yeah.
Yes, he will be back.
I was a former football player. Hadn't been one in a while, though.
Donovan Wilson was one of the bright spots last year at safety because he will bring the wood. He will lay the wood, and he's been out, and he's coming back.
Yeah.
And
is he better than Kazee? Is he going for form better?
I don't know. How about Jaron Curse? Every time I looked up Sunday, he was making another play.
Exactly. So what is he?
Do you remember him from Clemson? He's 6'4".
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to be like a late first-round pick. He came out a year early out of Clemson via Fort Myers, Florida. And I thought,
he's bounced around. I think he was in Minnesota, Detroit.
He has been, but he ran 4.6 at the combine, and all of a sudden he plunged.
Right.
And he plunged all the way down to Shannon Sharp territory because he didn't go until the 7th round.
Yeah.
So Minnesota, to your point, and then he bounces, and he's Detroit, and he's here, and he's there, and all of a sudden they get him at a bargain basement price.
Yes.
As a free agent safety, and he looked like a world beater the other day. Can he play? Yeah, he can play.
Yeah.
Can Kazee play much better than I thought he could? Is he around the football? Is he getting his hands on it? Yep, he is. Did he not separate Chris Godwin from the football at the 3-yard line on opening night? He did. They're all making plays. So then Keanu Neal, he's been COVID last 2 weeks now.
Right.
And he got COVID.
Well, you know what happens if you're unvaccinated.
Well, he's unvaccinated. I agree. And so he not only went into protocol, but then he got COVID on top of that, and he missed another game. So they're hoping to have him back. He's moved up to his natural position, which is linebacker, and I got to tell you, I love it. And then,
well, Skip, you only play so many guys.
Okay,
so if Keanu Neal,
people are going to get hurt, they're going to get banged up, and you like fresh horses. And Carlos Watkins, I've already seen glimpses, flashes. He can play. Dorrance Armstrong, you like him.
I do. I like him.
Carlos Watkins started 2 games. Dorrance Armstrong had to start the game at the Chargers, and he played very well and had a big sack of Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
And then he twists his ankle, but they say he's going to be back in a couple of games. All these people are coming back. They're on the mend. Lyle Collins didn't get hurt. He got suspended. Mm-hmm. He's got 2 more games to serve out, and he will come back. And I assume he will get his job back. But you don't think you're going to be deep with Terrence Steele backing him up? And then that Nasecki that they signed, he's about to come back. They got depth everywhere. And Michael Gallup can play. He can run by people. I'll take him. I'd like to have him in the lineup.
Y'all feeling yourself.
Oh, feeling.
Yeah, you beat the Panthers, you beat the Eagles, and you're feeling good about yourself.
The pants off the Panthers.
That ain't saying nothing. I told you.
They came in as the #1 defense against the run.
But I told you that.
Leading the league in sacks. They got none.
I told you that.
They got none.
I told you that was fool's gold.
Okay.
I told you that.
You didn't tell me.
Yes, I did. But see what you tried to do. I know what you was trying to do. You were trying to build the Panthers up. So when you win, which you knew you would, you see what we did? We beat the mighty Panthers, #1 in this and #1 in that. I said, Skip, they beat the Jets. Skip, they beat the Texans. They beat Davis Mills. They beat a rookie. They beat Jameis, who lost to the 0-4. Skip, he lost to the 0-3 Giants.
Yep, I got it. But the Panthers were unbeaten. And I still think their defense is legit.
They're okay.
You know it, and I know it.
They're okay. The offensive line is not very good for Carolina. Sam Darnold's been getting beat up.
We can only beat who you put in front of us. And now in front of us is a division rival, the Giants. Are they sleeping giants or are they just asleep? That's what I want to know. You think they're sleeping giants, that they're going to, again, it looked like they found themselves in New Orleans. Am I right?
No, you just feeling yourself. You and Troy and Jimmy and Drew, all y'all feeling yourself, the Cowboy.
Troy went to special. This team can be special. Jimmy Johnson said, like, playoff run, as in deep run. This is different. I told you
it ain't
from
different.
Camp.
You're the same Cowboys.
Nope. Hard Knocks was going to be the springboard. It's going to rocket launch us.
I guess when the power rankings come out, you're not going to be in front of Arizona. You're not going to be in front of Tampa. You're not going to be in front of the Rams.
Right,
you're not.
Fine. Let's see what continues to unfold, because this team's going to be favored to win a lot of games. I told you 12-5, and you laughed at me.
Still laughing.
And 12-5 looks imminently doable now.
Yeah,
that actually looks
and
like
guess what?
That would be kind of underachievement.
We're going to talk about this guy, but he's going to strengthen his MVP case against y'all.
Who?
Oh, Kyler. Yeah, Kyler Murray, baby.
It's way down the road.
It's coming soon. It's fast approaching.
We owe.
You know how you be driving along the road and them signs, you're like, man, look at that sign of this. Next thing, like, past that. That was before you know it. Cardinals, you know what they did to you last year, put foot in you, had your coach trying to get back in a preseason game.
Our second-round pick, Kelvin Joseph, plays cornerback, and we're in need of
Fat Man Boss?
Yep, that guy. And he's been hurt, and he's coming back, and he's going to strengthen the depth at cornerback. And watch, he'll make a play or two.
He making rap videos while he was out?
He might have. I don't know. But all I know is he can run.
What?
Yep.
There are a lot of guys that can run. Well, if that's the case, you should have put Usain Bolt at corner. Can he cover? Can he corner? Can he stop?
Do you realize how much trouble you're in?
I ain't in no trouble.
This team is loaded. And I haven't even mentioned my quarterback. My running back is back, bounce back.
You're still the Cowboys. Do you understand what that encompasses, what that entails?
History is history. Yeah. That's what I keep telling you. That's all old news.
Skip, you're bound to repeat it.
No.
If you
Is there some mandate, like some sort of theological mandate?
Is there some theological mandate that you get off to a 3-1 start, you're supposed to make a deep playoff run since you put it like that?
No.
Okay,
you
then.
see it coming.
I don't see nothing.
What does your eye test tell you?
I don't see nothing.
You're horrified by this.
I see roadblocks coming.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where? Show me one. Yeah.
That pit maneuver that Carolina gonna put on y'all.
Yeah.
Tampa gonna beat the brakes off you. They see you again.
For a while, you loved the Giants, then you loved Washington, and then for a little minute, you loved the Eagles, and now I gave you the field for 10 cases, and it's TF. That's all you got.
Here's the thing. everything is relative. Yeah, the Cowboys look good when you compare them against Washington and the Giants and the Eagles, because that division is bad.
Good. That's all I need is for it to be bad. All I need is for us to get by the New York Football Giants. And they got firepower. They showed you in the fourth quarter. They came from 11 down.
We're going to show you on Sunday.
Danny Dimes can drop some dimes.
We're going to show you on Sunday.
Yeah, Saquon looked like vaguely like Saquon on Sunday.
Still the best back in that division.
Is he?